An elderly black woman boarded a flight expecting kindness, or at least respect. Instead, she was humiliated, kicked, literally by a racist flight attendant. But just 7 minutes later, the universe responded in a way nobody saw coming. What happened next? Let's just say karma had her boarding pass. It was a full flight from Dallas to Atlanta, the kind of flight where tensions are high and seats are tight. 78-year-old Mrs. Thelma Robinson, a retired schoolteacher and grandmother of 8, boarded early, thanks to pre-boarding assistance. She wore a neat Sunday hat, orthopedic shoes, and carried a small handbag and a smile. Flight 487 was operated by Emmanuel Line Airlines, and the lead flight attendant that day? Melanie Cruz, 34 years old, blonde ponytail, always by the book when it suited her. Mrs. Robinson politely asked if she could sit near the front due to her arthritis. The seat was empty, but Melanie, scanning her boarding pass, coldly said, "You're in row 27. Go all the way to the back." "Oh, honey, I can barely walk. Would you mind if I'm not here to debate your seat. Move before you delay boarding." Passengers nearby glanced uncomfortably but stayed silent. As Thelma slowly turned to head to the back, she stumbled. Her foot caught on a bag in the aisle. She fell forward slightly, landing on one knee. Instead of helping her, Melanie stepped forward and nudged Thelma's leg with her foot. A passenger nearby said to themselves, "Whoa, did she just kick her? She's blocking the aisle. I'm trying to keep this flight on schedule." A nearby young woman named Brianna, who was recording quietly on her phone, stood up. "Excuse me, but you just kicked that woman. She's clearly struggling." "You don't know what you saw. Mind your business, or I'll have you removed too." Thelma, shaking but dignified, got up with the help of a fellow passenger and slowly made her way to the back. You could cut the tension on that plane with a butter knife. And that's when the whispering started. People tweeting, people texting, and yes, people filming. 7 minutes after takeoff, Melanie received a message on her in-flight device. It read, "Urgent, Captain requests your presence in the cockpit." She rolled her eyes but went. Captain Jensen, a seasoned pilot, looked serious. He turned his iPad around, showing her the video Brianna had posted, which already had over 30,000 views and was being retweeted by influencers. "Did you kick a passenger?" "She fell. I nudged her to help her up. She was blocking." "Save it. I've already spoken to operations. You're being relieved of your duties effective immediately upon landing." Melanie's face turned ghost white. "In the meantime, you'll remain seated in the jump seat. No further passenger contact." The flight landed in Atlanta to 2 things waiting on the tarmac: a wheelchair for Thelma, 2 corporate reps from Eagle Line HR holding a termination letter. The video had gone viral. Not just posted by Brianna, but reshared by national civil rights groups, celebrities, even a retired senator who recognized Thelma as her former elementary school teacher. The airline moved quickly. Within hours, Melanie was fired on the spot. Her name was submitted to the No Rehire list, a database airlines check when hiring flight crew. Union reps refused to defend her after reviewing the footage. And the kicker? FAA officials opened an inquiry considering charges for passenger endangerment. Mrs. Thelma, meanwhile, was offered a first-class, lifetime flight pass on Eagle Line, a personal apology from the CEO, and an invitation to speak at the company's annual inclusion conference. But she politely declined. "I'm too old to be a symbol. I just wanted to fly in peace." She returned home to a hero's welcome in her neighborhood, where a local school renamed its library in her honor. As for Melanie, a month later, she was spotted working the front desk at a car rental agency. A passenger recognized her and whispered to their friend, "Hey, isn't that the flight attendant who kicked the grandma?" Karma doesn't always wear a name tag, but on this day, it sure flew first class. Stories like this remind us that dignity has no age limit and racism has no place, in the skies or anywhere. Share this story if you believe respect is a basic right, not a reward. Subscribe for more real-life justice moments. And remember, The cameras are always rolling.